All right, guys, top of the morning. Happy Monday, August 18th. Coming to you alive, coming to you well, coming to you being able to be in Arizona. Met with some really cool people yesterday. Then I had dinner with my coach, and it was just cool. To have the opportunity to come out here. I booked an early flight. That way I had some time. And then still, after it all, I was tired. I didn't want to do anything other than sleep, but I still got my workout in. And so I know when you travel, it's hard to get your workout in, but be disciplined. If you're going to work out, if you're going to stick to a diet, then stick to the diet, work out, do whatever you have to do. Even going outside and walking in this heat for 10 minutes, I would have sweat and I would have still felt good. So you guys, let's get started. I'm excited for the day. We're going to have somebody bring us out on the field as always. And I'm going to turn it over to Brandy. Brandy just had a birthday weekend. We'll probably be hearing about that for the whole entire month because that's how Leos roll. They celebrate for the whole weekend. Okay, I'm a Sagittarius. I just get a birthday. I'm like, hey, happy birthday. I don't celebrate the month. However, it's been Heather's birthday. It's been Vernon's birthday. It was Brandy's birthday. So Brandy, I'm gonna have you take the mic, take us out on the field on this amazing Monday morning. Let's roll.
I
I know
know
you guys. I'm not a child. I'm not a child drinking milk. This is water. So, anyways, go ahead,
you
Brandy.
fancy. Water out of the box. Happy
I know.
Monday. Happy Monday, guys. Yes, I think every day should be celebrated like it is your birthday. So, yeah, it's Monday, fresh new start. Um, I do celebrate my birthday all month long and kind of like all year long. I do every single one of my kids, regardless if they're a Leo or not. I do have two Leos, but all of my kids get to celebrate their birthday for an entire month. Birthdays are just special to me because I think people should be more appreciative of their birthdays. Um, because there was a time in my life where I didn't want to celebrate my birthday. And I look at that memory and it's very sad. Like I look at that picture and I'm like, oh my gosh. And my mom recorded it. No, you got to give it up to the moms who like just record regardless if you're crying, if you're smiling, crying, they don't care. And my mom posted this video and I'm just sitting there while my kids are around me singing me happy birthday, with no expression on my face. And if you ever knew me as a little girl, like you would just be like that, like who is that girl standing there or sitting there?
Wow.
So yeah, and I like it pops up on my Facebook memory. I'm like, great, thanks, mom. Like, great. But it humbles me enough to remind myself like I don't ever want to get to a place where I can't celebrate life, and celebrate a fact that you have to make some changes. Had nothing to do that like I didn't want to live. I just didn't like what was happening to me. So,
Wow.
and you got to face that. And if you don't like something, a couple weeks later, I made a change. Or a week later, I made a change, and I yeah, I had to make some very big choices in my life. And I physically and mentally could not allow that for myself. So that's the sentiment today. If you don't like the situation that you're in, if you don't like your emotion, if you don't like your mood, today is Monday and you get to start over. It's a new day, a new hour, a new minute. So smile and truck on and don't be so disciplined that you can't even allow that for yourself.
Wow. Wow. My whole perspective on celebrating the month of the birthday has just changed. And sometimes we need to hear it in a different way and like what's behind it. Like how cool, Brandy. Like how cool. And so happy birthday to you, to Laura, to Heather, and to every other Leo on the screen, and to everybody else that has an upcoming birthday. Celebrate yourself, not just the day. Like I really, really appreciate that message. And I had no idea that's what was behind it. And so you guys, it is Monday. We kick Monday off with how do we move the needle in our business? I'm always looking for ways to get inspired myself so I could turn that inspiration into something that I could bring to the table, something I could share with you, a thought, a perspective, a way for you guys to go internal to find out what's going on, so on and so forth. Like I said, my biggest flex in this business will help you guys achieving and unlocking things that are already there but helping you get to that next level in your life, your business, health, and your relationships. That's my biggest flex. Yes, I can teach you how to sell real estate. Yes, I know how to say certain things and cadences and words and phrases. I know all those things. But at the end of the day, it's about being a mirror for you. If I can help you become a better person, help you do the identity work, help you become more emotionally aware, emotionally intelligent, then I know that I'm winning. And so I was recommended a book the other day, and before we start out, I had never heard this book before, or of this book, and maybe you have. So before I get rolling, I want to ask you guys, have you ever heard of a book, a very short read that was an essay that was turned into a book? It was written in the late 1800s, and this book was called A Message to Garcia. Has anybody heard of this book before? All right, cool. I haven't, and I read a lot. And I have a lot of people telling me about books. And so this one, Soledad, is for you. And so it is a message to Garcia, but not Soledad Garcia. And so I want to share some cliff notes from this book, and I want to give you guys some thoughts and give you guys some perspectives. But before we do so, I always like to start out with a three. Three people share their personal win or professional win from last week. I want to make sure not to skip that this week because I think it's really, really important. It's powerful. So I need three people. And listen, if you're someone that's on this call that has never spoke, I'm going to give you an opportunity right now to be the first person to throw your hand up to share a personal win or professional win, and do not be shy. And that means that you throw your hand up right now or use the reaction button down below and throw your hand up and get involved in the conversation. That's one. I need two more. And if nobody else is going to get involved, I'm just going to call on you on this beautiful Monday morning because you deserve to have a voice and you deserve to get pushed because somebody fucking cares about you. So that second person is going to be Ikenna. And that third person will be Tanisha. She has spoke before, but I appreciate you throwing your hand up. Anthony Miller, one personal win and one professional win from last week. Let's go.
Personal win will be hitting my next weight loss tier that I've been on track to hit and breaking through my next threshold and working towards my next goal. So, I mean, after I had a knee surgery a couple of years ago, I got fat as hell, got up to 256 pounds, and I finally broke under 225 and am on my way to where I need to be at 200. So that was a
Let's
win there.
go.
And it's just staying consistent and keeping on my program. And professional win would be two customers that I've been bugging the hell out of that have ignored me and not done anything, and just staying on them every day, calls, text, emails, just staying consistent. I now have one in the pre-approval process and another one that I'm 90% sure I'm going to get the listing agreement with, and she's extremely reasonable about what she wants and her timeline, and it just excites me to get that activity going and see something come out of, bugging the hell out of people until they tell me to, until they buy or die.
That's right, Anthony. I love you. You got to give him a quick flex since you're hitting your fitness goal. All right, big dog. All right. See how intense he got with his look? I absolutely love this. All right. Good stuff, Anthony Miller. I'm going to wait to go to Ikenna. Ikenna, I want to encourage you, big dog. Get your light on. I want to see your face, big dog. It is very, very dim. Get some light on your face, man. Gary Archer, what do you got for us, big dog? One personal win, one professional win. Let's roll.
One, I want to thank everyone being here on this Monday, right? A lot of people hate Mondays. Monday should be your favorite day of the week. It's a way to kind of set the tone, like my dad says, it's a way to set your thermostat. Set your thermostat for the week. And you got to go back and check it. You feel hot, feel cold, go back and look at it. So look, personal wins. All my personal wins are kind of slashed with business a little bit. So big personal win. My wife celebrated her birthday this week. We got to do a lot of fun stuff, got to go outside and do a lot of fun stuff. And when I go outside, I get really humbled. I've been involved in a lot of great stuff in my life, did a lot of great music and entertainment. And to see the way the world reacts to my wife is like so special to the Bay Area's history and the culture. And it just, as a husband, it just makes you feel so good when you go outside and people are just like, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, can I get a picture with you? And it's like, that's my wife, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I live with this lady. This lady yells at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck. This lady's like Elias. Like, boy, get your shit together, right? So just like sometimes we get caught up in our life and don't even, we gotta back up and look at it and be like, wow, I couldn't even think about doing stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's personal life. Incredible. Live your days like it's your, like, I don't know, like, I don't say your last. I live my days like I'm gonna live forever. but over and over and over again. So personally, that was that. Small personal on top of that is we just got offered a piece to be part of a new cartoon coming out called Bite Me. It's a hip hop like vampire show. Just worked out the deal this week for Fab to be, a reoccurring guest as well as writing on the show. At first it was just, Elias, at first it was like, you think Fab wants to be on it? I said, I don't know, like maybe some equity. Like, I don't think we want to get paid to be on your show. Like we would love to figure out what that looks like in the journey. So I was able to work out our long journey with them, build this with them through this hip hop cartoon. So that was fun. Now, real estate business. I know last week I was telling everyone that I done met someone that's like out of control, potential. Well, I might be putting an offer on a house this week, over $25 million, writing an offer.
My man, my man. So check this out, Gary. And here's some opportunity for you. Just, words of encouragement. So I had lunch with the guy yesterday, just cashed his check from a $27 million deal that he did in Malibu. Just did it. And his kids are going to ASU. He's taking them to their dorm, whatever they want. This dude bought his son a $140 pair of flip-flops. I'm like, boo-boo. My son is not getting them. I don't care what they are. Convertible, they make you fly, they got wings. But anyways, the point was, he's like, I get to do this. He's like, I just had the biggest closing of my career, $27 million. The dude cashed $1 million plus, check. And he's like, this is why I do this, right? I get to do this for my kids. So it was really cool. So Gary, fingers crossed, rooting for you. Let's go, TT. What do you got for us? Professional win, personal win. Let's roll. Let's keep the energy rolling. Thank you guys for your contributions thus far. Let's go, TT.
Sure. Professional win. I did a much better open house this weekend. I was really excited from your coaching. I door knocked. I met a bunch of neighbors. I put flyers on doors. And the very next day, I get a picture message from one of my Zumba classes. She's like, oh my God, I got a flyer. You're around the corner from my house. I strategically had my sister come by the open house and talk really loud about how great it is. And I just had a really good open house. We had about 11 groups. And I connected with 2 people that do not have agents. So I was really excited about how I did this open house. It set the tone for how I'm going to continue to do the open houses. So anyhow.
You know what? I love this, T. I love this.
Thank you. I also did a video, but I was exhausted after all of that. So, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, but I'm sure you're exhausted will smoke. Your 60% will probably smoke most people's 100% just because you have that gift of energy. And we all can feel it. So TT, really, really, really great job. And way to adjust, right? Listen, you guys, anybody can go and put some signs out and be there from 1 to 3 o'clock and cross their fingers and hopefully people come through. Anybody can do that. Congratulations. Wow. Like, go above. This is a marketing vessel for you. Treat it as such. Social media, local restaurants, knocking on the neighbors' doors, make it a party, make it FOMO. That's our responsibility. So Tanisha, really, really good to hear that you are also strategic with your sister's participation in the open house.
Yes, thank you so much.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And a personal win. I was exhausted this morning, but I got up and I walked my dog for 45 minutes just to get the energy going, even though I was exhausted. So personal win this morning.
That's right. That's right. Good stuff, Tia. Appreciate that. Let's go D Bledsoe, and then I'll go to Ikenna or Ikenna. Let's go, D. What do we got for him?
Oh, no, my bad. Good morning. I was just chiming in on what Gary said really quickly. Just seize the day, basically. That was the gist that I got from what he said. Not to put a damper on highlights that we're talking about, but somebody in my son's family passed away this weekend. He did a lot of great shit. He was a past Harlem Globetrotter, but he also defrauded the church out of $17 million. Did a little time for it. But he just passed away over the weekend. And so it was a conversation of nobody's perfect. Everybody does some shit. But at the same time, just seize the day and do the best that you can with the day, because my son was struggling on how to make this person proud of him now that they're gone. And I'm like, the best way you can make anybody proud, dead or alive, is just being the highest version of yourself. So seize the day. That was that was what I got from Gary's piece.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. I got some really crazy news from one of our team members who had some loss in their family, and she doesn't really want to talk about it yet, but it was just really, really heart-wrenching. So I'm with you on that. Let's go. Ikenna, one personal win, one professional win, and I'm going to share the message for the day. And also, let's pause for a second. You guys are here. You guys are in this moment. We have expectations. This is group coaching. This is keep it moving. This is not, I am here with a blank screen. Be present. Be in this moment, you guys. Let's go. Ikenna, way to put your light on. Way to be present. Way to be in this moment. Let's go. One personal win, one professional win.
The personal win, like I told you, my wife just had surgery, and I've been home for the past 2 weeks taking care of her, and this past 2 weeks is probably the most time I spent with the family because I have two little boys, so it's just been wonderful. And she's recovering very well, and spending time with her and with the kids, this past 2 weeks has just been awesome. So that was
I
one
love
win.
it. How's she healing?
Personal win. You know how I told you that I've been trying to perfect my listing scripts. And while, watching clips on YouTube, I stumbled upon, I don't know if you're
I
familiar.
didn't get that. Could you try again?
Whoever that is, can you mute
that
yourself? I don't know who that
Same
was.
question.
Oh, sorry.
All right, Ikenna, let's keep rolling, bro.
Yeah. So, professional win. I told you how I was trying to perfect my listing script. So while watching YouTube, I stumbled upon I think his name is Sharon Shrivastava. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Wonderful leader, absolutely.
Yes. So guys, if you have time, watch his clips. It totally changed my whole perspective about listing presentation, the way it's done. So it was him and Andrew Undem and Alan Dalton, all three of them. So
Love it.
I've been
Alex, there's not necessarily a link, bro. Just follow Sharon or go online. You can find tons of stuff. Sharon created, while he served as the CEO of Real, he created more content than most people I know do in 5 years and 1 year, what he created. And so you can find that anywhere online. It's really good stuff. So Ikenna, give me one key thought, one key takeaway from what you learned from the scripting.
From the script?
Yeah, just give me one. I want to make sure that we continue on with energy.
Okay. You don't, I learned a lot. You just have to be confident.
Yeah,
Confident.
for sure. And I'll tell you this straight, man. There's so many things that you can learn about the listing presentation. You can hear different people's scripting, but at the end of the day, it's all in the nuances. It's how you walk into the house. It's where you sit down for the strategy. It's how you view the house in the eyes of a buyer. It's how you get right down to what is most important to the seller, right? The listing presentation is a lot of fluff. And it's this pamphlets that we bring and page by page about us and about our team. And here's pictures and here's all this. No, like at the end of the day, what is most important to a consumer? What they're going to net, what your plan is, how you're going to manage the project, who's going to be in the house, if they need to do any work. And you just make it very, very clear with them, like, hey, all the other stuff, this pamphlet stuff, I'm going to leave this for you. And you can put that in the stack of the other people. I'm here to get the listing. And I want to talk to you about how I'm going to list the house. I'm not here to come here to get a listing agreement signed. I want to sell this house, and that's my intention. And so let's leave all the other stuff to the side and let's get right down to what's most important to you as a consumer. So Ikenna, I'm glad that you're learning this part of it because it is really, really, great for you to take it to the next level. But so much of what we learn in scripting is all thrown out the window as we walk in the door. Like we could have some framework, but oftentimes like the consumer will take us in a different direction. But as long as you hit the bullet points that are most important to the consumer, you'll win every single time. So you guys, let's get right into the conversation. Once again, I don't want to say this over and over again. If you're here, be here, be in this moment, put your cameras on. These are recorded and these go on to YouTube. So I do not want a bunch of blank faces on our YouTube. So let's go into the conversation of the day. And this is a message to Garcia. Once again, pick up this book. The link is down below in the chat. I want to make sure that you guys put this into your flow. It is a really easy read. It is a short read. It is an essay, but there are tons of nuggets and takeaways from this book. And so here's the high-level view about this book. And it was an essay based on true events from the Spanish-American War of 1898. President William McKinley needed to get an urgent message to General Garcia, a Cuban rebel leader fighting the Spanish. Colonel Andrew Ronan was chosen from the task. Without asking unnecessary questions, complaining, hesitating, Rowan simply took the message, trekked through the dangerous terrain, and successfully delivered it. Now, you're probably, as I start this message and these thoughts, I'm sure you're probably already saying, okay, I think I know where Elias is going with this. So stay with me, you guys, because I think that this really wraps into a powerful message for Move the Needle. In short, this message to Garcia is about being the person who, when entrusted with the mission, gets it done. No excuses, no delays, no complaints. Can we, can I, can the brokerage, can the team trust you, each of you, to do your job? You see, each of you have been entrusted to go out there and do a job. And what is the job? To go and find new buyers and sellers, right? You don't have to have all the answers. And quite frankly, you're not going to have all the answers. But you're either going to go and say, I will take on this mission, I will forge ahead, I will trek, or I will wait and I will not deliver the message to Garcia. So stay with me on this vein. So here's the key principle. Don't wait for instructions, simply act. You see, I could tell you all day long what to say, how to do an open house. I don't think that you need me to tell you exactly what to go and do. What we need to do is we need to embrace going out there and trying different things, seeing what works, right? Oh my God, I don't know how to talk to a person at the market about real estate. Well, just simply try, right? Well, I don't know exactly what to say when I go door knocking. Well, go knock on some doors. Well, I don't know about this video thing on Instagram. Well, just try, right? You see, don't wait for instructions. And not everything that we do in this business is going to have an SOP. A lot of this is going to be, you have to get in the ring and you got to throw them things and you got to take some knocks on the chin and then you'll start to learn. I got to move, I got to pivot, I got to duck. In Hubbard's point, the rarest quality in people is the ability to take initiative without needing constant guidance. Without needing constant guidance. You see, I've worked with Kenny now for almost 7 years, and he'll give me a task, and I don't know exactly how to do it, but I will not sit there and bore him with a bunch of questions, right? I know how he works. So I'll just say, I'm going to get it done, and I'll figure out a way. And then I'll go to the drawing board and I'll figure out a way. See, application for you guys. When opportunity shows up, don't wait for the perfect script to just take the call, meet the client, knock on the door. You see what Tanisha said that she did is that she just took a step forward. She went and knocked on the doors. What Miranda said, she's like, I just made those things. You said create reels. And so I made some of them. My hair wasn't perfect. My lipstick wasn't perfect, but I just did it anyways. So stay with me. No excuses and no delays. When Colonel Rowan, he didn't stop to ask, where was Garcia? He didn't ask where the general was. He didn't say, how do I find them? What happens if? What if I encounter bad weather? What if there is rebel forces? He didn't ask any of that. He just took the message from the president and said, I'll deliver it. There was nothing else in between. All he needed to know is, I am going to deliver this message no matter what. He simply took the message and delivered it. You see, here's the application for each of you. Excuses kill momentum. Leaders and top producers are those who act despite uncertainty. Listen, you guys, there's a lot of uncertainty in this business. If you were just starting out, there's a ton of things that you guys do not know. And I was the same way. I got my first listing within my first 2 weeks. I didn't know what to do, how to do it. I just saw people working on a house and I pulled up and I asked them. And I ended up getting the listing because they said I was tenacious. You see, excuses kill momentum. If you want to be a top producer, if you want to play at the highest level, then act despite uncertainty. The world craves doers, not dreamers. And I've said this time and time again. I recently said this in a keynote. You see, your life is going to respond to your action. It's going to respond to your effort. You see, Hubbard laments that too many ask 1,000 foolish questions before taking action. I want to know the contract. I want to know this. I need to know everything. I need to know my emails. I need to know SkySlope. I need to know this. All that shit doesn't matter. If you can't simply go out there, shake someone's hand and book them for a buyer consultation or a listing appointment, none of that shit matters. You see, people worry about everything post getting into contract. I need to understand the escrow process before I do anything. Well, you're not going to get to the escrow process if you don't master meeting with people, having a conversation, and closing them for an appointment. None of the other stuff matters. You see, application, analysis paralysis, thinking, and getting stuck in thought is the silent killer. Don't overthink, execute, then adjust. Here's what I love about those 3 words. Get it done and then adjust as necessary. If Tanisha did an open house, she didn't get the results that she wanted to. Well, she did a different open house this weekend. She got different results. She knocked on doors. She got a different result. So now she can adjust based on her executing whatever endeavor that it was. You see, Miranda hadn't gotten on Reels. Well, Miranda, she executed and now she can adjust. She can go and put captions next time. She could put a little bit of music. She can make sure her video is under 120 seconds. All these things that you can adjust, but execute first. And don't sit there as the silent killer or with the silent killer of procrastination and analyzing before you actually move forward. Be the person who can be trusted with the mission. You see, if I told Damian, if I told Nico, if I told Heather, if I told Stephanie, I need you to get this done. And I'm going to trust in you. I'm going to be offline for the next 48 hours. Can I trust that you'll get it done? What do I want to hear from them, you guys? Tanisha, what do I want to hear from them?
That you're going to get in there and figure it out.
You're going to get in there and figure it out. Listen, my phone's I'm not even going to be available to be reached. I'm going to be deep in the mountains. You can't reach me. You got to get this shit done. Can I count on you to deliver the message to Garcia? And all I want from each of you is to say yes. That's it. That's just say yes and then figure it out. All the stuff that you're going through to figure it out, to trek, to go over the mountain, to backpack, whatever it is you have to do, my friends, get that shit done. Are you the person who could be trusted with the mission? You see, Hubbard argues that the world belongs to the people who can be handed a task and trusted to carry it through. Each of you are handed a task. You are handed a task to be a team member that produces. Each of you are handed a task to be a team member that produces. That is your responsibility. You see, our responsibility as a company is to provide you offices, support, coaching, training, tech, tools, human resources, marketing, video editing, video rooms, mics, lights, fucking food in the offices. That's our responsibility. You see, our responsibility is to facilitate a condition that you are allowed to choose to be successful in. You see, choose is the operative word in this. You see, I want to know that if handed an opportunity, that I can trust you to carry it through. Make sense, everybody? Give me a thumbs up, give me a high five, give me some type of interaction. Here's the application. You see, your reputation in business is built on whether people believe you'll do what you'll say you'll do. And listen, that goes far past our relationship. You can sit there and tell me all day long, Coach, I'm going to do those things. And then you never do it. You know, you have to sit with your conscience. You have to look at your family. You have to look at your bank account. You got to tell your wife. You got to tell your husband. That is on you, my friends. And so it's not just in a business to business relationship that you're telling me as the coach, I'm going to do those things, and then you fall short. You see, you got to look at your life and say, am I that person that is entrusted with when I say that I'm going to do something, I'm going to be the top producer, I'm going to host the open house, I'm going to knock on the doors, I'm going to do the damn thing. Can they trust you? Is your word your bond? When they look at your activities, when I look at your activities, when the company looks at your activities, are you a walking embodiment of the things that you said that we can count on you to be? Are you doing the things that you said you're going to do? You see, don't utter the words if you're not going to do it. I'm going to do this, Elias. I'm going to do that, Elias. Don't utter the word if you're not going to live up to it. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. You owe it to yourself to say, you know what? I am a woman. I'm a man of purpose. When I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it no matter what. And if I don't have the answers, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to deliver my message to Garcia. Challenge. Where in your business are you asking too many questions instead of delivering the message to Garcia? And I want you to think about the context of this entire conversation. And am I fired up about this? 100%. Absolutely. Where in your business are you asking too many questions instead of just delivering the message to Garcia? I'm going to pause for a second. And this is where I want you guys to get involved in the conversation. It could be about video. It could be about door knocking. It could be about open houses. It could be about working the lead pond. It could be about going out and getting seller leads. It could be about farming a neighborhood. It could be about doing anything that is an income producing activity. Who's bold enough to answer this question for me right now on this call? Where in your business are you asking too many questions instead of just delivering the message to Garcia? You see, the message to Garcia is just moving forward and taking action despite. That's all the message to Garcia is. Who wants to answer that? Where in your business are you asking too many questions instead of just delivering the message to Garcia? Do we have any bold souls on the call today? Was that a half a hand, Laura, or was that a full hand? Let's go, Stephanie, and then we'll go, Laura. Listen, you guys, get involved in this conversation. So, Laura, you're going to be next. And if you guys have a contribution, use the react button down below. You'll see a little heart there, and it has a raise your hand icon. That way I do not miss your hand. Stephanie, let's go. And thank you for being the first bold person to throw their hand up on the screen. Let's roll.
All right. I feel like where I'm falling short is video content. I overthink it. And I sit here, I have all these ideas, and then I'm like, I don't execute it though, because I'm just, I don't know, maybe self-conscious. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I'm a perfectionist, and I'm like, I totally overthink it. I psych myself out, and then I don't do the stupid video. It's driving me insane. I don't know why I do that, but it's something I've battled with for a long time. So I drop little videos here and there, but I'm starting to get a little more comfortable. I'm doing more stories with my face on it because that you told us we need to do that. And so I have been doing that a little bit and kind of telling more day-to-day things that I'm coming across, like actual events that have taken place, problems I've figured out. So I'm taking the baby steps there, but the video, I overthink it. I don't know why. That's really where I'm falling short. And I know I'm doing myself a disservice with that.
Stephanie, and you're doing your family a disservice, which is the most important thing to you. How many of you have been on this call before and have gotten something of value from Stephanie? I'll raise both of my hands. Stephanie, I've got, look at around. This is your survey. This is your people, right? Look at all the hands. You see, Stephanie, you have to change your association with what social media is for you. At the end of the day, if you got somebody in a contract, if you help one person on the screen right now get in a contract and you help a family, all the way to the finish line, and they got their home, loan was funded, I don't know what exact amount of money that is, but I know that money has an impact on your family, has an impact on your bottom line as a household. I know that you guys are tight and you and your husband are tight. And you like to do cool things. Like, I look at it like, does one video give me an opportunity to potentially do more of that with my family? Like one video. That's how I look at it. And so for you, you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Antu's not perfect. Miranda's not perfect. But the process can be more perfect, meaning 3 reels a week, 10 stories a day, 5 DMs a day. That's a process, right? And I can perfect that weekly by doing just the process. Well, for you, you get to show up. People get to hear your amazing voice, Stephanie. And I think that for you, change the association of it. It's never going to be perfect. 30% of people are actually going to be vibing with you. All the other people, they don't really like you, and it's all right. It's okay. I'm not trying to please everybody. I'm looking for my 30%. And Stephanie, you have such an amazing voice. And so if you guys can give some love, some light, some positive energy, some words of encouragement to Stephanie, just to deliver that message. Stop worrying about all the in-between, the weather, the trek, and just deliver the message to Garcia. That's why this little read for me, I felt was so powerful, so deep, because it like coincides perfectly with what we talk here. And ironically, that's how the universe works, right? That message came to me at a time where I needed to hear it to bring this message to you guys. So Stephanie, you got a lot of supporters here. You got a lot of supporters. If you dropped a video today and you tagged 20 of us in it, I promise you, we would share that content. And even more
May I
people
add
would
something
see.
to that for
Please.
Stephanie? Stephanie, your backyard is an oasis. Go back there and film yourself in your backyard, and I tell you, you'll have some engagement, and Your backyard's bomb, girl. Go down out there and film yourself out there.
Stephanie, I've been telling you this. Get a little clip on mic as you're cooking in the kitchen, which brings you relief, which brings you joy, which brings you peace because you're strange, but I love you. Do that and give market updates. Like, hey guys, tonight I am making A, B, and C. And while I make A, B, and C, I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to know about interest rates right now and how it's impacting you as a buyer. All you do is you got your fucking camera set up there and you're making your whatever, and then you're giving some thoughts. So you're giving them a recipe, you're giving them some game about real estate, and you're doing something they absolutely love. And is cooking perfect? No. You got a little splash of this, you got a little splash of that, you got a little splash of that. And then you refine it over time, and then you have what you believe is like a really good dish. It's the same fucking thing with content. Go cook some shit up. Try different spices, try different things, try different measurements. And I think that style of content for you would do really, really well. How many of you agree?
Thanks, Elias.
Stephanie.
I did buy the mic.
What's that?
I did buy the mic. He told me to buy the mic. I bought the mic.
Okay, well, that's cool. You bought a car, but you ain't driving it.
I know.
Drive that shit. Love you, Steph. I appreciate your contribution. Let's go to Brandy really quick. I think you had a hand up in regards to Stephanie. Then I'll go to Laura. Then we'll go to Alex. Let's roll.
Same. Well, I don't have that. I've worked through that, but Stephanie, I totally know where you're coming from. The biggest thing is thinking that you have to have the complete system. So like you bought the mic and then it's like, now what? Like that used to be my struggle. I was like, man, I just have my cell phone. I don't have a tripod. I don't have the little, whatever they're called. I don't have this. I don't have that. And as I realized, the more I spoke of I don't have was the biggest set apart from what do I have? I have a phone and I have myself. I have my family. I have fun. Like, so it's almost like writing like your affirmations out. What do you have? And look at that list and just pick up the phone and start recording. And I will say the recording, the like cooking or whatever it is, dropping nuggets, people are going to randomly, it may not hit that first time that you're giving that info because they're going to be watching you cook. They're going to be like, wow, later on, it's going to like stick to them without them knowing it. They're going to be having a conversation and whatever, like if you say something about interest rates just dropped or something, they're going to be having a conversation later on with, you know, I don't know, uncle or something, or, you know, their nail lady or something, they're going to say, it's going to come up somehow and they're going to drop that info and they're going to be like, yeah, I was watching this girl cook spaghetti and then they're going to go back to your video and watch it again. And then they may even find, she's going to say, wait. And I'm saying this because I do this all the time. They're going to, wait. I saw that video somewhere. I think I saved it. And then they're going to go find it and send it to their friend. And then the ripple effect starts. So it's just like changing that perspective of thinking like you may not have the complete system built, but what system do you have, and start there. And I have to remind myself that on anything that I'm wherever I'm lacking. What do you have?
Love it, Brandy. I mean, I'm just thinking like abondigas and interest rates. What? Yeah, I'm making a bondigas soup, and I'm going to talk to you about interest rates and the impact of that's having on buyers right now. Like, I'm here for this. I'm fucking here for that. Like the sounding of the chopping, talking about interest rates. It's just you already do some really, really cool things. You spit game every single time you're on this call, Steph, and I know that you're a great cook. Put those worlds together. Stephanie, great stuff. Let's go, Laura. Laura, what do you got? And I'll go back to my question on the screen here. Boom, bam, we're in. Where in your business are you asking too many questions instead of just delivering the message to Garcia? Let's roll.
Well, I was basically going to be hopping on the same thing with Stephanie because it's just like, I think the last time I talked to you and met you, Elias, it's like you get all up in your head. You're questioning everything because there's that confidence issue. And it's like, you know, you want to be the best that you can possibly be, but then you're preventing yourself from doing what you want to do. And it's making life a lot harder, like for me, because I always get up and I'm always thinking, especially as a mom, and I know there's other moms, you're always like got a million things running around in your head. But then when it's like you compare yourself to other people, you see how other people, and you got to stop getting that in your brain and thinking that you have to be perfect at everything and you have to have everything. Like, you know, it's just, you got to stop and just, as you know, as Mel Robbins says, you got to take that 5-second rule and just do it and not just think it. Because once you start overthinking, then it starts, oh God, you start second guessing yourself. So
So
that's where I get in.
So Laura, the best is yet to come. And so instead of thinking about how can I be the best at everything or the best at this, just ask yourself, how can I be the most consistent at this?
Mhm.
Right. And so dismantle the belief of things have to be perfect and I need to be the best. Right. We're like that's in time, right? Things will get better.
Right.
Just tell yourself, how can I be the most consistent at this? Right. The most important thing to do as a growing realtor, and this goes for everybody on this call, is to build a body of work. The body of work gives you all the data that you now need to say, okay, cool, Elias, I need to analyze this. I need to get better. Well, if you come to a coaching session right now with me, you have nothing on your calendar, you have no social media, you have nothing in your database, you have no emails that you've written, no text messages that you've written, no personalized one-on-one videos. I'm going to sit there and say, you know what? I cannot help you until you help yourself. So don't worry about being the best, just worry about being consistent. And through your consistency, the best will come. And I promise you, I've seen it time and time again on this call. The people that just say, you know what, I'm going to dismantle the belief of me needing to be perfect, and I'm just going to be a woman or a man of consistency and discipline. Now, once I do all that, now, wow, things are starting to come full circle. So Laura, I'm going to push you, I'm going to encourage you, and I'm going to challenge you. So I want to see 3 videos from you this week. Tag them, tag me. I don't care what they are on. You are a baker. Okay. You could do the same thing that Stephanie was doing or is going to do. So you have a voice. You're a mom. You have power that is unmeasurable. And so lean into that shit. We're here to support you, right? When you've heard it, well, maybe you haven't heard it before, but we have a mantra here that is a borrowed belief, right? We borrow each other's confidence until it becomes our own. So borrow a little bit of what you see here. Borrow a little bit of what you hear here until it then becomes yours. So don't worry about being the best now. Worry about being the most consistent. And all the other stuff, I promise you, will work out. And I just know that from experience. I'm not the best on social media. I'm just consistent. My name will be said because people see my name over and over and over again, and it's in your face, and I'm fucking obnoxious about it. So Laura, be consistent. Don't worry about being the best. Make sense, Laura?
Totally. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. Let's go, D Bledsoe. What do we got from Big Dog? And then we'll go Alex.
No, I just wanted to chime in on that consistency really quick. Since the beginning of June, I've been doing 3 videos a week on top listings in Oakland and Richmond under a certain price point, all the stuff. They don't get the most views, they don't get the most likes. But when I go outside, more and more people talk to me about real estate. I was at a party over the weekend on Saturday. We had to perform. And I had like 5 people come up to me talking about real estate, whether they were interested in buying or selling or not. It proved to me that being in people's face and consistent, it works. They talk to you about what you're most involved in, and it was just cool to see that come full circle. But then as well, just get creative with it. I posted a story recently about how I put in this offer on an $8 million house twice, like 5-6 years ago when me and Dan were on another team, and it never happened. We didn't close the deal. But it just came back to the market. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna make a video about this and tell the story and try to tell people I want buyers. I may not get an $8 million buyer out of it, but it's more people engaging now with me and real estate because of this story. So it's like, it doesn't matter if they gravitate towards you for the specific thing that you're talking about. We're just trying to leave a stain on their brain that this is what we do. Come to me if you're thinking about this. Yeah. So just wanted to chime in. It doesn't matter what the numbers look like, just stay in their face with it.
That's right. And listen, you do this so much and so often, Laura, that your name and your brand become the solution to consumers. Well, if they don't see you, you are not the solution, right? And it's not being perfect, it's just being consistent. And so now when they think real estate, oh, it's Laura. Oh, real estate, it's Elias. Real estate, it's Vernon. Real estate, it's Brandy. You see, that's our responsibility to own. We have to own that, and we own our own visibility. And so, Laura, this is coming from a guy who was against social media 5 years ago. I know it's hard to believe, but I was against social media 5 years ago. So, Laura, appreciate you, Demian. Good stuff, good contribution. Alex, what do we got from Big Dog?
Calls. I'm prospecting. I'm getting leads. I'm texting. I'm emailing. I'm doing everything but making the calls. So I have to really get on the phone and overcome that, because it's not affecting not only my lead generation, because I'm paying for Red X and wasting all these leads that I'm getting. I'm also wasting time with the follow-up calls and converting the leads that I've already gotten. So just getting on the phone and calling.
I'm gonna be straight with everybody on this call. If you won't get on the phone and book for an appointment, you need to take a very, very hard look at your chosen profession. And that goes to you, Alex, and that is not singling you out at all. This is a universal message. But you said it. If you cannot get on the phones right now and at least take somebody to or ask them to go for a buyer consultation, then you need to take a very, very hard look at your chosen profession. You guys need to be closers. If you can't get on the phone, oh, I don't want to be a salesperson. What the fuck? But when you get hired for a listing agreement or for a listing, what are they hiring you to do? To sell what? To sell their home. So at the end of the day, we need to learn how to close and be confident on the phones. And listen, it's only going to happen by you taking tons and tons of no's. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Oh, actually, we're in the market. Finally, bro, that's how I started my career in business, was working the phone. So listen, you guys, pick up the phone. It's just another person on the end of a call. What are they going to say? No. What are they going to say? Yes. I got a 50-50 chance of booking an appointment if I make a call. But if I don't, then I have a 0% chance. You guys, get on the phone, make some damn phone calls. Who knows what's going to happen? So, Alex, I appreciate you sharing. You guys, let me go back to my screen here. And let's go here. So, are you that person in our brokerage or client or teammate can trust to get it done, no excuses? Are you that person? I want to look on the screen right now, and I want to know that I can trust you. If I gave you a lead to go represent a buyer in your market, can I trust you that you'll just get it done? You'll figure it out. You'll stay up all night tonight figuring out and fine-tuning your buyer consultation. Can I trust you to get the job done? Can I trust you to deliver the message to Garcia? And you have to ask yourself. So here's the action step. I need you to identify one task this week you've been procrastinating on and deliver it to Rowan, Rowan delivered the message to Garcia. I don't care what it is. Maybe it is Alex getting on the phone. Maybe it's Laura getting on camera. Maybe it's you following up with those leads that you know are hot, but for some reason you haven't, and they went to other open houses and you're going to miss out on an opportunity. So action step is identify one task this week you've been procrastinating on and deliver that message to Garcia. I want you guys to get that essay, read that essay. You can download the essay or you can simply buy the book. It's a very, very short read. And it's a really, really powerful message to make sure that we understand that we don't have to have all the answers. All we need to do is say, I'll deliver the message to Garcia. I might not know all the variables, but I'm the woman and I'm the man that's going to get the job done no matter what. I'll find a way. I'll figure it out, right? I'm still figuring it out, you guys. I've been in leadership in this industry for 8 years now, and I'm still figuring it out. Give me the ball and I'll run with it and I'll figure a way to score. That's what I want for you guys. Each of you have been given the ball. Each of you have been trusted as a team member. And if you're not on the team, that doesn't apply to you, but your brokerage trusts you. We're trusting you with a job and saying, can you deliver this message? And you have to say, no matter what, hell or high water, I'm going to get the job done. That's what I expect of you guys as your coach. So I'm going to pause there, get some key thoughts and key takeaways before we wrap sesh. My good friend and brother, Vernon, you're here, my man. Give me one key thought, one key takeaway from our time together today. And then we're going to pass the mic over to Antu and then Shrey.
Nothing like a good shot in the arm on a Monday morning, moving the needle to set the tempo and the tone and the mindset for a productive week. Getting into action. That's what I heard. Take action, right? Don't talk about it, be about it. build the ship as it sails, and you will perfect your craft as long as you're in motion. Slow motion is better than no motion. I mean, I can go on and on, but the gist of it is stop thinking so much, get into action, and you'll perfect your craft while you're in motion. But the key is to be in motion. So how do we move the needle? By being in motion, moving in being in motion. So that's what I got, Coach.
Man, I appreciate you, big dog. Listen, you guys, remember, don't wait for instructions. Act. The rarest quality in people is the ability to take initiative without needing constant guidance. You guys, somebody cannot be there to drive around with you, to show you the houses, to go to every single open house. You got to be able to say, you know what? I'm just going to do this imperfect, and I'm going to do it scared. I'm going to do it gritty, and I'm going to figure some stuff out, and then adjust and modify over time. But if you do nothing, you have no body of work, then you cannot create anything. Vernon, appreciate your contribution. Shrey, let's go to you, and then we'll go to on to.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for sharing. The message today was very powerful. To me, it was just getting shit done. And so my action is that I sent you a message, Brandy, about the open house. Please let me know if I can help you with that this weekend.
That's right. That's right. I love it. Already on a Monday, asking for an open house on Saturday or Sunday. That's what it's all about, Shrey. Good stuff. Appreciate you. Good job. On to, let's go to you. We're going to have you be one of our last contributions.
I didn't raise my hand, but I'm
No,
on the
I raised
same.
it for you.
Oh, okay. My struggles continues with phone calls, Alex. So I do it I know that we need to call them like at least 3 times a week, and I only do it like 1 time, sometimes 2 times a week. And so I'm working on the same thing like Alex. That is what is it? It's something that I need to do. And yeah.
So on to, the takeaway for you, I just want to make sure I'm clear. The takeaway for
You're
you
asking
is,
for my takeaway?
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. My takeaway for today is to do it and to do what you are shy of doing so that you can practice and continue to execute what your weakness is to have a stronger, sorry, let me rephrase that. To better doing what your weakness is, you have to continue doing it so that you can practice to master it.
That's right. And listen, you guys, some of them, I appreciate you on too. Some of the fear that you have right now that is stopping you from making the calls, making the videos, is serving another agent in your market, and they're taking your market share. The fear that is holding you back, the person that is not fearful and is just doing the imperfect work, is putting that contract or putting that consumer in a contract. They're taking that listing. They're getting those opportunities. And so you guys have to look at it. The opportunities are out there for all of us. Market share is out there for all of us, but it's out there for the bold. The bold people are going to get the opportunities in our industry. Those that sit idle and think about all the things that they can do, should do, maybe will do, if they'll do, so on and so forth. While they're sitting there thinking, there's somebody out there saying, I'm running, just throw me the ball, figure it out. I don't even know how to catch, but just throw it up and I'm going to jump and hopefully I caught it. And I'm in the fucking end zone. And I mean, I got $25,000 in my bank account when someone else is struggling. That choice is yours, my friends. I'm here for support. I'm here to push you. I'm here to be in your corner. If you need anything, raise your hand. Create your body of work. Execute, and then we analyze based on the results on how we can get better. But without the body of work, we have nothing to analyze. Nothing. So go take your reps, go get your at-bats, go do things imperfect, and move the needle in your business this week. There is a message that needs to be delivered to Garcia. Go deliver that message this week. Make sense, everybody? Grab that book, grab that essay, download it from ChatGPT, do whatever you need to do. But we all needed to hear that message today, because I certainly did. And I wanted to bring that message to you guys. So listen, have an amazing week. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I'll see you at the team meeting tomorrow for all of our team members. And as always, you guys, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision. And make this week a week that truly matters. Peace.